It's a quiet morning in Ohio. John, 74, ties his walking shoes and grabs the same coffee mug he's used for 30 years. The house creaks with silence, and the calendar shows no plans for the day. Again, he used to be the guy everyone called. Fix a fence, give advice, babysit the grandkids. Now, the phone stays quiet, and some days the loudest sound is the creak of the porch chair. If that sounds like your world lately, this story is for you. Not because we have a magic fix, but because you deserve to feel needed again. Truly needed, not out of pity, but because your presence still matters more than you know. Let's talk about how to get that feeling back. And maybe, just maybe, bring a little light back into the room. Let's start with something that sounds simple, but isn't. Purpose. When we're young, purpose is everywhere. Raising kids, building careers, holding families together. But after 70, it can feel like those roles are done. And that's when the questions creep in. Am I still important? Does anyone need me? The answer is yes. But the how might look different now. You can still mentor, even if not your kids. There's a young person in your neighborhood, your church, or even online who could use your wisdom. You can still nurture through volunteering, starting a garden, or caring for a rescue animal. You can create, write stories, share your memories, paint, bake, build. Purpose isn't about being busy. It's about feeling like your day matters to someone, even if that someone is just you. So don't underestimate what you bring to the table. You're not starting over. You're starting next. And that matters more than you think. There's something deeply healing about being heard, and something profoundly meaningful about being the one who listens. You might not be the loudest voice in the room anymore, but sometimes being the quietest is the most powerful. When you listen, really listen. To someone's story, you offer them more than just your ears. You offer presence, peace, connection. Call an old friend, let them ramble. Sit with someone at church who usually eats alone. Join a local group, even if it's just for bingo or book club, and ask, tell me more. You'll be amazed at how quickly just listening becomes the most needed role in the room. People don't always need advice. They need someone who sees them, someone who remembers their name, someone who remembers they matter. And in becoming that person, you remember something too. You still have a place. It's easy to feel like you're no longer central to your family's lives. Kids move away. Grandkids grow up. The dinner table feels too big. But here's the truth. You can be a powerful anchor without demanding attention. Write letters to your grandchildren, not emails, not texts, letters. Tell them what their parents were like at their age. Share family recipes. Add a photo. Make it personal. Start traditions they'll never forget, even if they're simple, like Sunday morning pancakes on Zoom, or a yearly story night where you read them a favorite book. And don't wait to be invited. Invite them in. Say, I made extra soup. Want to stop by? Because connection doesn't always come to your door. Sometimes you have to open it first. And when you do, you'll see it in their eyes. You were never forgotten, just waiting to be remembered. Sometimes the hardest truth is this. People drift, even the ones we love, even the ones who once swore they'd call every Sunday. But that doesn't mean connection is over. It means it's time to meet someone new. Join a senior walking club, a storytelling group, a volunteer team, even a community class on photography or pottery. Don't think of it as meeting people. Think of it as being seen again, as laughing again. The world is full of people just like you, waiting to feel needed, waiting to be heard. You don't have to be alone in this chapter. You just have to turn the page. At this stage of life, we don't chase busy. We chase meaning. One small moment, a hug, a compliment, a kind word to a stranger can create a ripple far beyond what you'll ever know. So do it. Drop a note in your neighbor's mailbox. Bake cookies for the librarian who always smiles. Start a weekly coffee on the porch invite, even if it's just one neighbor who shows. Every moment you create with kindness makes the world a little softer, and it reminds you of your ability to shape the space around you. You don't need grand gestures to feel needed. You just need to show up with heart. You've lived through decades. You've seen joy, sorrow, change, and growth. That kind of life experience, it's priceless. But too often, elders feel like their stories are too old, their advice outdated. It's not true. You are the living library of your family, your community. And the younger generation, they need your stories more than they know. Share them, whether through journaling, video messages, community talks, or just over dinner. Your memories are bridges. They connect the past to the present. And in doing so, they remind everyone, including yourself, that your voice still matters. Because you do. You know, there's a quiet kind of strength in waking up each morning, in watering your garden, in putting one foot in front of the other, even when the world feels like it's moved on. Sometimes the most heroic thing you can do is simply to keep showing up, not just for others, but for yourself. Because every moment you choose to reach out, every time you open your heart, every time you say, "I'm still here, I still matter," you light a tiny fire against the darkness of loneliness. And that fire, it's warm, it's real, it draws others in. Maybe even someone who needed your light more than they could ever say. So if you've made it this far listening, thank you. Thank you for your heart, for your time, for the years you've lived, and the love you still carry. You're not a forgotten page in someone's story. You're the reason the story has meaning. And if this video found you at the right time, or reminded you that you do still matter, then don't keep that feeling to yourself. Speech balloon, leave a comment. Even a single, "I'm still here," could mean the world to someone else who's been feeling alone. Envelope with arrows, share this with a friend, a neighbor, a parent, anyone who needs to hear. You are seen. You are needed. You are loved. Bell, and if this kind of message speaks to your heart, go ahead and subscribe. We're building something here, a space where age is honored, stories are shared, and being human is enough. Until next time, breathe deep, hold your memories gently, and know this: you are not alone. You never were, and you never will be.